Yeah, good evening, friends. See, myself, Dr. Seshadri. I have 18 years of teaching experience. I'm AWS certified trainer at associate level. Friends, I am providing the training is at associate level. It's required the time to complete the course 40 to 45 hours. Means if I take daily 2 hours, 20 to 22 days, it is taking the time. See, once you register the course, every day you are getting class recording videos, class material, you got it. At the end of the training, you got AWS interview questions and answers. AWS dumps, you got it. And each and every topic, the screenshot explanations, you got it. For this, the fee is 5,000 rupees. Friends, this is the last demo session. Last demo session. On day one session, we discussed what topics we have discussed in my training program. And also on day one session, I explore the basics of cloud computing. What is cloud computing? What are advantages of cloud computing? What are cloud deployment models or types of clouds? And also on day one demo session, I focusing cloud delivery models. Those are the basics of cloud computing I had to explore on the day one demo session. On day two demo session, I explored that the AWS global infrastructure, how to create your AWS free tier account. And also on day two demo session, I explained how to launch and connect the Windows server using EC2 service. I explained. Fine, friends. Now, this is the day three demo session. This is the day three demo session. This is the last demo session. See, from next session onwards, the link will be changed. Those who are paid students only, they got the link. See, friends, in this demo session, we are going to discuss how to launch and connect Linux server. How to launch and connect
I
Linux
missed
server.
day one and day two recordings will be available.
Yes, yes, day one and day two recording sessions will be available. This is the YouTube link. Already DURGASOFT is uploaded the videos. I'll send
Oh,
it
it's
in the
okay.
chat box. I'll send
Okay.
it in the chat box.
Yeah, please.
Okay. The recording videos will be available day one and day two. Okay. Fine. Now, this is the day three demo session. In this demo session, I have to explore how to launch and connect Linux server. For that, what are the steps we have to follow? What are the steps we have to follow? See, in the last session, to launch and connect the Windows server, what is the service I am using? EC2 service I am using. What is EC2? EC2 stands for Elastic Cloud Computing. Elastic Cloud Computing. See, using the EC2 service, if you want to launch the Linux server, you can use the EC2 service. If you want to launch the Windows server, you have to use the EC2 service. That is, if you want to launch Linux server, Ubuntu server, Red Hat Linux server, or the SUSE Linux server, right? Whatever the servers you need it, then we have to use the EC2 service. Now, today's session, we are going to explore how to launch and connect the Linux server. How to launch and connect the Linux server. See, to launch and connect the Linux server, first we have to open your AWS account. That is on day two demonstration. I explored that how to create your AWS free tier account. How to create your AWS free tier account. Now, here we have to click on this one, AWS Management Console. We have to sign into the console. See that whatever the mail ID you are given at the time of your AWS free tier account creation, that mail ID we have to enter it. Always we have to choose root user mail ID. Root user we have to choose it. See, in upcoming session, I have to explore what is an IAM user. There are two types of users are there. One is the root user. Second one is nothing but the IAM user. Now, every day we have to use the root user. Whatever the mail ID you are given at the time of your AWS free tier account, that is the mail ID we have to enter, and you need to enter the password. This is my AWS free tier account. See that this is my AWS account. This is my AWS account, 12-digit account ID is there. Those are recently visited services in my AWS account. In my AWS account, those are recently visited services. EC2, IAM, S3, simple queue service, simple notification service. What are those? They are nothing but the recently visited services in my AWS account. Fine, friends. Today's session, you are launch and connect the Linux server. To launch and connect Linux server, what is the service we are using in the AWS? EC2 service we have to use it. Before that, we have to select the region. See that I am selecting the region is Mumbai region I am selecting. What we have to do it, that the first step is you need to select the region. That is, here I am selecting, what is the region I am selecting? Mumbai region. You may select any region. See that, you may select, if you click on this arrow mark, North Virginia region is there, California, Hyderabad, Mumbai region, Singapore region, Sydney region, right? Canada Central, you may choose any region. All the regions, all services will be worked out here. See, I am selecting the region is Mumbai region I am selecting. That is, the first step is you need to select the region. Here I am selecting the Mumbai region. Then, to launch the Linux server, you need to select the EC2 service. Here in recently visited services, EC2 option is there. We can click on here. Or here on search box, you have to type it EC2. We have to select it here. That is, the second step is we have to select the EC2 service. EC2 service. Then, what is the third step? See that first we have to observe the dashboard. How many instances are running? 0. How many instances are there? 0. Instance or the virtual machine or the servlets or the missions, all are the same terminology, right? All are, we have to use the terminology. How many instances are running? 0. How many instances are there? 0. How many keypads are there? 0. How many security groups are there? One security group, that is nothing but the default security group. How many volumes are there? 0. Fine, friends. Now I want to launch the virtual machine in Mumbai region data center. To launch the virtual machine from Mumbai region data center, here on left side of the EC2 service, under the instances option is there. That is, you have to choose instances option. You have to choose the instances. Then what we have to do it, how many instances are there? There is no instances are there. Now you have to launch the instant. For that, launch instant option here is there, here also is there. Now I can click on here. What is that? We have to click on launch instant option. Launch instant option. Okay. Then what is the next step here? Here we have to give the instant name. You may give any name. See that I am given here Linux server I am given. What is the instant name I am given? Linux server I am given. Copy the instant name and then paste it here in the notepad. That is, we have to give the instant name. We have to give the instant name. See, I am given the instant name is Linux server I am given. Then, what is the next step here? You need to choose the operating system image. Operating system image is nothing but what? Amazon mission image. That is in the short format, it is denoted as AMI. AMI stands for Amazon mission image. AMI, it is nothing but it's a template. It includes operating system, application server, and applications required to launch your virtual machine or required to launch your instance. Okay, it's nothing but operating system image. Friends, you are launching Linux server. For that, what is the operating system you are selecting? Amazon, we have to select it. Or you may choose Ubuntu, or you may choose Red Hat Linux, right? See, you are launching the Linux server, you need to choose Amazon Linux, Ubuntu, Red Hat Linux, SUSE Linux. See, I am selecting Amazon Linux. I am selecting. That is, you need to select the operating system image. You need to select the operating system image. The operating system image is nothing but what? The EMI, Amazon Mission Image. Okay. Here, what is the operating system we have to choose it? The operating system here I am selecting Amazon Linux. I am selecting Amazon Linux. I am selecting. Fine. See that here, if you click on this arrow mark, if you click on this arrow mark, we have to scroll down. Some of them are mentioned free tier eligible one. Some of them are not mentioned free tier. See here, it is not mentioned here. Means they are the paid version. See, some of them it is mentioned free tier. Friends, you are for practicing purpose. That's why we have to select the free tier eligible one. See that I am selecting Amazon Linux 2023 EMI I am selecting. If I am selecting that is the free tier eligible one, then it is showing the EMI ID, it is showing. Fine, fine. That is nothing but you need to select the operating system image. It's nothing but EMI. What is the operating system image I am selecting? Amazon Linux I am selecting. Fine. Then what is the next step to launch your virtual machine on the Mumbai region? Instant type. Sir, what it is providing the instant type? Instant type, it is providing how many CPUs you need it, how much memory you need it, how much memory you need it, and the hard disk capacity. In any server, these three things are very common. These three things are very important. That is, you need to select the instant type. You need to select the instant type. Sir, what it is providing the instant type? It is providing number of CPUs, how much memory, and also the network performance it is providing. Now, you come to here. Here I am selecting instant type. Default it is providing T2.micro. T2.micro, it is providing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory. It is providing free tier eligible one. Free tier eligible one. Right? See, I am there in Mumbai region. If you click on compare instant type, click on here. See how many instant types are there? 538 instant types are there. As per your business needs, you need to select the instant type. Suppose if we are selecting T2.2 extra large, how many CPUs it is providing? 8 CPUs. How much memory it is providing? 32 GB. What is the network performance it is providing? Moderate. Suppose if I am chosen T3.2 extra large, it is providing how many CPUs? 8 CPUs. How much memory it is providing? 32 GB. What is the network performance? Up to 5 gigabits. See, accordingly, you are getting the bill. Like that, in Mumbai region, how many instant types are there? 538 instant types are there. As per your business needs, you need to select the instant type. Accordingly, you are getting a bill. But friends, you are for practicing purpose, which instant type you need to choose it. That is the free tier we have to choose it. T2.micro instant type, it is providing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory. Network performance is low to moderate. Network performance is low to moderate. What is the instant type I am selecting? T2.micro. How many CPUs it is providing? 1 CPU it is providing. Here also it is mentioned. How much memory it is providing? 1 GB memory it is providing. That's a hard to note down. How many CPUs it is providing? 1 CPU. How much memory? 1 GB memory it is providing. Okay, fine. Fine. I'll tell you in the hard disk. I'll tell you in the hard disk. Okay. See that. See that. Then the next step is if you want to connect the Linux server, you need the key pair. If you are creating already in the previous servers, then we have to select this arrow mark and we have to select your key pair name. Sir, I don't know. I am not created any key pairs. Then I want to create the new key pair. Then click on create new key pair option. Here is there. Now, I am given the key pair name is Linux server key I am given. You may give any name. See, I am given the relevant name I am given. That is, we have to give the key pair name. We have to create the key pair name. See, I am given the key pair name is Linux server key. See that. Key pair type I am selecting RSA. Why? Because RSA is providing the strong security. Private key file format, you may choose PEM file format or you may choose .ppk file format. Sir, I am chosen the private key file format. The private key file format, I am selecting PEM file format I am selecting. But the private key file format I am selecting, PEM file format I am selecting. Fine. Then you have to click on create key pair. Create key pair. Key pair is downloaded in my downloads with the name is Linux server key PEM file. It is downloaded. Fine, friends. Next, network setting. Click on edit option. The last session I told that whatever the default VPC, it will be appear here. That the default VPC as is we have to select it. In upcoming session, we have to create your own VPC. Under your VPC, you are launching your missions. You are launching your virtual missions, right? Right now, we have to select the default VPC. Subnet preference, see that I am there in Mumbai region. How many availability zones are there? 3. What are the 3 availability zones? AP South 1A, AP South 1B, see here, AP South 1C, AP South 1C. Total 3 availability zones are there. Suppose if I am selecting AP South 1A, my virtual machine is launched in AP South 1A. If I am selecting AP South 1B, my virtual machine is launched in AP South 1B. If I am not given any preference, then my virtual machine is launched in Mumbai region, any one of the 3 availability zone. I am given the default, there is no preference. Auto assign public IP, that is enabled, default is there. Fine. Now the firewall security group I am creating, the name I am given as Linux server SG I am given. SG means security group. That's my indication. Copy this security group name, paste it here in the description, and also we have to paste it here in the notepad. What I am done it here in network settings. In network settings, we can go for edit option. Here we have to select the default VPC. We have to select it. Subnet, no preference, and auto assign public IP, that is default, it is enable is okay. What is the security group I am given? Linux server SG and fine. Then the next step we have to see that the default you are launching the Linux server, the inbound security group rule default, it is providing the type is SSH, port range is 22. See, in the last session I discussed this is for Linux server. What is the type it is providing? SSH. What is the port number? 22. Now you tell me, last session I discussed that to launch the Windows server default, what is the type it is providing? What is the port number? That concept I explained in the last session. What is the port number and what is the type it is providing? Where? That is in inbound security group. If we are launching Linux server, default type is providing SSH, port range is 22. Here, source type is, if I am selecting my IP address, my laptop IP address is showing. Means with that IP address only, Linux server is connected. If I am selecting custom, then I need to enter the IP address, or the admin has to enter the IP address. Only that IP address, my Linux server is connected. If I am selecting anywhere, if you know my AWS account credentials, If you know my Linux server PEM file format, you can connect my Linux server at any time, at any place, at any location. That's why here I am selecting the anywhere I am selecting. Now what I am asking is for Linux server, inbound security group rule, default type is providing SSH, port range is 22. Now in the last session, I explored that for Windows mission, right? For Windows mission, what is the type it is providing? What is the type it is providing? In the last session, I explained. Send me in the chat box. Amit Kumar, my voice is not clear. Amit Kumar, what about the dates? Friends, confirm it in the chat box. My voice is clear or not?
Clear.
Voice is clear?
Yes.
Voice is clear?
Yes.
Yes, I can able to hear you.
Okay. Amit, you can do one thing. We have to rejoin. From your side only, there is a problem. Okay? Fine. What I want to ask is, see, for Linux server, inbound security group rule, default it is providing the type is SSH, port range is 22. I am selecting the source type is anywhere I am selecting. Anywhere I am selecting. I am asking that for Windows server, what is the type it is providing? What is the port number? What is the port number? See, in the last session, I discussed that. For Windows server, the type is RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol. The port number is 3389. 3389. The last session, I told that, right? See that? That point I can note it here. See here. For Windows server, type is RDP, port range is 3389. For Linux server, I make as empty. Now I launch the Linux server. What is the type it is providing? SSH. Port range is 22. For Windows server, what is the type it is providing? RDP. What is the port number? 3389. Okay, fine. Scroll down. The next, the storage it is providing. Storage it is providing for Windows server. See that. What is the default storage it is provided? 8 GB it is provided. Sorry, for Linux server, the default storage it is providing, the 8 GB it is provided for Linux server. How much storage it is providing? For Linux server, 8 GB. For Windows server, in the last session, your launch Windows server, what is the default storage it is providing? What is the default storage it is providing for Windows server? For Windows server, it is providing the default storage is 30 GB it is providing. That's I discussed in the last session. See here, for Windows server, default storage is 30 GB it is providing. Now you are launching the Linux server, the default storage is 8 GB. It's nothing but it's a root volume. Right now, I am not adding any additional volume. In upcoming session, I had to add the additional volume. Okay. See, I'm not giving any advanced details right now. In upcoming, I am using. See that here on right side, it is providing the summary details. How many instances you need it? That is 1, 2, or 3, whatever you need it, right? That's we have to select it. I'm selecting number of instances, number of virtual machines in the Mumbai region. I'm selecting 1. See that it is providing the summary details. While launching the instant, what is the instant type I am selecting? T2.micro. Under the security group, how much storage it is providing? Default 8 GB it is providing. Friends, here it is providing that the free tier limitations. That is, when you are creating your AWS free tier account, 12 months it is providing the free service. Per month, 750 hours it is providing the free service. For the instant type is T2.micro or T3.micro. When T3.micro it is providing the free services, on the particular reason, if T2.micro it is not available, then T3.micro instant type is providing the free service. Okay. See that. Per month, how many hours it is providing the free service? 750 hours. For how much GB it is providing the free service? 30 GB. 30 GB. Right? Okay. Fine. Scroll down. Click on, see that. Click on launch instant option. That is, Linux server is launched in the Mumbai region. I am getting the messages, success message, I got it. Now we observe that, click on instances option. Now we observe that, what is the instant state? Running. Running. See, if you move this scroll bar, it is showing the details. Instant name, instant ID is in queue, instant state is running, the instant type is T2.micro. While launching the mission, I am given the instant type is T2.micro. Status check right now it is showing the initialization. After 1 or 2 minutes, the status check it is showing 2 by 2. Why it is showing the 2 by 2 in upcoming session we have to discuss. The availability zone, see that in network setting, edit option, I am not given any subnet preference. See, if I am not given any subnet preference, my virtual machine is launched in any one of the 3 availability zones in the Mumbai region. See, it is selecting AP South only. This instant is launched in AP South only. This is public IPv4 DNS. This is public IPv4, right? Monitoring tools I am not using, disable. While launching the Linux server security group, I am using Linux server ST. While launching the Linux server, the key pair I am given as Linux server key. This is the launch date and time it is launched. And this is nothing but the platform Linux or Unix. Okay. That is, if you move this scroll bar, it is showing the details. Now also friends, we have to select this mission. At the bottom also it is showing the details. Instant ID. Same instant ID here is also there. Public IPv4, private IPv4, instant state, public IPv4 DNS, all the details which are showing. See that? I have to copy, I want to note down the public IPv4 and the private IPv4 for this Linux mission. I have to copy the public IP address. I'll paste it here in the notepad. This is the public IP address. I can note it. I want to note down the private IP address. I want to note down the private IP address. See, for my mission, this is nothing but the private IP address. Copy the private IP address. I'll paste it here. Okay. Fine, friends. See, the last 11th step is nothing but we have to launch the instant. We have to launch the instant and we have to note down the public IP address and the private IP address. Fine, friends. See that my virtual machine is launched in the Mumbai region. My virtual machine is launched in the Mumbai region. What is the instant state? Running. Running. Sir, I want to connect this virtual machine. See that now the status check is changed. 2 by 2. Okay. I'll tell you the reason in upcoming why it is showing the 2 by 2. Sir, I want to connect this Linux machine. I want to connect this Linux machine. It's very simple. One is here connect option is there and we can connect it. We can connect it. Sir, I want to connect with my laptop, with my desktop, with my laptop or with my desktop. How? How? See, the last session we are using to connect the Windows machine, remote desktop connection we are using. In your laptop, we are using remote desktop connection you are using to connect your Windows machine. Similarly, to connect your Linux machine, you need the terminal is required. That is, it may be the putty or the git bash. Git bash. Any one terminal is required. See that I am using putty to connect the Linux machine. To connect the Linux machine. Before in my laptop, the putty software is there. Before commencing the session, I can uninstall the putty software. I have to uninstall the putty software. See that there is no putty software is there, right? I can uninstall that one. Sir, where you need to download? Where you need to download the putty software? For that, I am providing the link, friends. I am providing the link, friends. This is the link we have to follow to download and install the putty software in your laptop. See that I will send it in the chat box. We can click on here. This is the link to download the Putty software. See friends, I am selecting 64, I am selecting. Click on here. The software is downloaded. It's a very small software, just 3.5 MB. Just 3.5 MB. Okay. Now the software is downloaded. See that? See that? Now go to your downloads option. Go to your downloads option. The software is downloaded. Now, you have to install this software in your laptop. How to install? Just double click on it. Click on next option. Click on next. Click on install. Click on yes option. That is the software is installed in my laptop, and then click on finish option. See that the Putty software is installed in my laptop. Fine. Fine. Sir, how to connect my Linux server using Putty? My Linux server using Putty. Sir, to connect Linux server using Putty, what is the key pair type you are selecting? While creating the key pair, the key pair name you are given as Linux server key. What is the file format you are chosen? PEM file format. That PEM file format is available here in my downloads. What is the name I am given? Linux server key. Sir, if you want to connect it using Putty, it is asking .ppk file. But you are selecting the file format is PEM file format. You are selecting the file format is PEM file format. So that it needs PEM file format to .ppk file format. Means you need to convert. You have PEM file format is there, but it is requiring .ppk file format. So that you need to convert PEM file format to .ppk file format. Sir, how to convert PEM file format to .ppk file format? Whenever you are installing the Putty software, automatically it is installing the PuttyZen. See that I am not installing the PuttyZen. Automatically it is installed whenever you are installing the Putty software. Now, here in my laptop, I have to open PuttyZen. See that whenever you are installing PuttyZen is also automatically installed. I have to open PuttyZen. Why you are using PuttyZen? To convert file format, PEM file format to .ppk file format. Here, generate option is there, load option is there. Don't go for generate option. We have to select load option. We have to select the load option. Click on load option. Where your ppk file is there, where your PEM file is there in my downloads. I'm selecting the downloads option. But why my PEM file is not available here, not showing here? Is there any reason? See that my PEM file is there, no doubt. No doubt. In my downloads, my PEM file is there with the name is Linux server key. But here it is not showing here. What is the reason here, friends? Send me in the chat box. Chat option is enabled. Why it is not showing? In my downloads, my PEM file is not there. Yes, Venugopal is replied that file format. See that. Here we have to select all files option. Then your PEM file is showing. See that? See that? Linux server key, it is showing in your downloads option. That PEM file we have to select it. Click on open. Listen. Click on OK. Click on save private key. Click on yes. Now I am given the file name is Linux server key I am given. The same name I am given. But the extension is .ppk file format. Click on save option. Now we have to close this one. See, just refresh your browser in your downloads. See that it is converting .ppk file format. Putty private key file format with the name is Linux server key. That is system. On top of that, the cap symbol is there. Means I am converting PEM file format to .ppk file format using putty-sen. Using putty-sen. Are you clear? Once again, I want to explore. Are you clear? How to convert PEM file format to ppk file format? Clear? Again, I want to repeat it. See, again, you will see that I can delete this one. .ppk file format. See how to convert PEM file format to .ppk file format using putty-sen. Now we observe that .ppk file format is not there in my downloads option. How you can convert PEM file format to ppk file format? You have to open putty-sen. Whenever you are installing the putty software, automatically putty-sen is installed. You have to open putty-sen. Don't go for generate option. You have to choose load option. Now, go for where your PEM file is there in my downloads. My PEM file is not visible. The reason is you are not selecting all files. Now it is showing. I have to select your PEM file. Click on open. Click on OK. Click on save private key. Click on yes. Now I am given the file name is Linux server key and Linux server key I am given. Okay. Now I have to save this with the extension file format is .ppk. .ppk. See that I can save this one. Oh, Netflix like fine. See here, I can save it here in my downloads option, save option. I have to close this one. Now see here in my downloads .ppk file, it is converted. Now, how we can connect this Linux server? You have to open putty software. You have to open putty software. Then it is asking that host name or the public IP. See, that's why I noted in my Linux server public IP address and the private IP address. Okay. You need to enter the host name or the IP address. See that this is nothing but the host name or the public IP address. That's we have to copy it and you can enter it here. Host name or the public IP address. Here, left side SSH is there. Under AUTH, authentication, under you need to choose credential option. Now, we have to browse private key file for authentication. Here, there is no password. Instead of the password, you have to select .ppk file format. Where your ppk file is there in my downloads. That ppk file, we have to browse it by selecting browse option. See that? I can click on browse option. Where my ppk file is there in my downloads. What's your ppk file name? Linux server key. That's we have to select it. Click on open, click on open, click on accept. Now you log in as, just wait, I'm changing the appearance so that the visibility got the clarity. I'm given the size is 22. Now you have to enter login as EC2-use. See that? See that? I am connecting the Linux server. If you have doubt, I copy the IP address. I copy the IP address. I can enter it here. See that? 172.31.40.69. These two are same. These two are same means I can launch and connect the Linux server. I can launch and connect the Amazon Linux server. Those are the steps we have to follow how to launch and connect the Linux server. Right, friends? Any questions? Up to this, I can launch and connect the Linux server. Yeah, Amit Kumar.
Yeah, one question, sir.
Yeah.
In many organizations, also they are using AWS server, right? So for that, many users are connected same server, right? Same server with different people in the organization.
You may use the same server.
Yeah, means this IP.
Yes, you may.
What is this IP? What is the particular IP? 172.31.40.69.
Okay.
Same IP used by multiple user, right? At the same time
Yes.
in the organization.
Yes. Yes. That's
Then
also
how is it possible in that case?
that's also possible. I can explore in the upcoming sessions. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, any question here? Any questions? Any questions here?
Yeah, one thing. Suppose if I have this PP, I mean PIM file and the host, I mean the public IP, I can also I can also able to connect to the same server, no? 172.31.40.69.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yes. You have the PEM file is there. That's why you don't shade the PEM file to others. Okay. Because I am selecting the source type is anywhere. Anywhere I am selecting. Okay. If you know my credentials, if you know my the PEM file, then you can connect the Linux server at any place, at any location, at any time you are connecting. Okay. You are connecting. But any questions here? Now I am asking the question, why here login as EC2-user? EC2-user. Why I can give the name is login as EC2-user? Is there any reason? Is there any reason?
This is the username, right?
Where? How can you know that?
EC2 use.
How can you know that? For Ubuntu server, if you are launch and connecting, if I am given the same username, it's accepting. If I launch, it's accepting.
Is it the default user for Amazon OS?
Yes, yes, I'll tell you. That is the reason I'm asking the question. Why I can give the login as EC2-user. Now come here. Why? What is the reason here? The login as EC2-user is, see that this is my launched Linux server is there in the Mumbai region. See, at the top connect option is there. See that? You go to the EC2 instant connect option. You have to scroll down. What is the username here? What is the username here? EC2-user. That is the reason here I can log in as EC2-user. EC2-user. That is, if I am launching Amazon Linux, the username is EC2-user. EC2-user. Suppose if I am launching Ubuntu, the username is Ubuntu. The username is Ubuntu. If I am launching Red Hat Linux, the username is EC2-user. See, these things we have to practice. How to launch and connect the Ubuntu server, how to launch and connect the Red Hat Linux server. See, it's a very simple, just we can launch and connect it. It's a matter of just 2-3 minutes. 2-3 minutes. That's why once your practice is completed, after completion of your practice, we have to terminate it. Again, you need it. Again, you have to go for the same steps. That's why your practice is perfect. Then only your practice will be perfect. See that, we'll see that I can launch and connect the Ubuntu server. Click on instances option. I am given the instant name is Ubuntu. I am given. Copy the instant name. Operating system here I am selecting. This time Ubuntu I am selecting. Retire eligible one I am selecting. Okay. Instant type is t2.micro. Key pair I am selecting the existing key pair. No problem. Linux server key I am selecting. Okay. Now the network setting edit option. Default VPC. Subnet preference I am not given. AutoZen public IP. The default I am selecting. The security group I am selecting as Ubuntu ST. Copy the security group name. Paste it here in the description. Okay. The type it is providing SSH. Port range is 22. Source type here I am selecting anywhere. Default storage 8 GB it is providing. Click on launch instant. The instant is launched in the Mumbai region. What is the instant name I am given? Ubuntu. What is the instant name I am given? Ubuntu. See that? What is the instant state? Pending. Just wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Once the instant state is running, then I can connect this Ubuntu server using putty. See that? If you move this scroll bar, it is showing all the details. It is showing all the details for the Ubuntu server. For the Ubuntu server. Yeah. Now see that what is the instance state? Running. Running. Now I can note down the Ubuntu server, the public IP address. Public IP address. Private IP address for the Ubuntu server. This is the private IP address. Okay. Now I can connect. Already I convert PEM file format to .ppk file format. Already I converted because I am selecting the key pair type is Linux server. Here I am selecting. Okay. No need to convert this one PEM file format to .ppk file format. Now I can connect using putty. To open putty. See here. Now it is asking that the host name or the IP address for Ubuntu server. This is the public IP address. I can enter it here. Here on left side, SSH is there. Under authentication, under credential. Now we have to browse private key. What is the key pair name? Linux server key. Open it, accept. Now here you have to give login as not EC2-user. Not EC2-user. You have to give login as. See here. This is the Ubuntu server. At the top, connect option is there. Now go to the EC2 instant connect option. What is the username here? Ubuntu. What is the username here? Ubuntu. That's why you have to log in as Ubuntu. Click on enter. See that? Now I am connecting the Ubuntu server. Now I am connecting the Ubuntu server. See that? These two IP addresses are same. Means I am connecting the Ubuntu server. Like that, if you need the Red Hat Linux server, we have to follow the same steps and we have to check it. What is the username here? How to check the username? That is, you need to select the instant name. Go for connect option. Here EC2 instant connect option is there. You have to scroll down. Here we can find out the username. Okay. That is here I am connecting. Using putty. Sir, I need to connect using Git bash. You have to download in your laptop. Git bash, we have to download it. See that where my PEM file is there? In my downloads. See, go for particular. Already in my laptop, Git bash is installed. You have to open it here. Okay. You have to open it here. Now, see that. See, I want to connect the Linux server. To connect the Linux server, at the top connect option is there. Go to the SSH client. Here you can copy SSHI. That's we have to copy it. And here you need to paste it here. You need to enter it here. Click on enter. See here. Are you sure you want to continue connecting? Yes, I am typing. See here. I can connect using Git bash. See here. Right? See, you can connect any terminal using putty or the Git bash. See, I can connect it using putty and also I am connecting it using the Git bash. Right, friends? Any questions? See, once your practice is completed, then we have to terminate all those things. Whatever your practice on that session. See, today, now we have to observe that in the EC2 dashboard. In the beginning, if I observe the EC2 dashboard, how many instances are running? 0. Now, how many instances are there? 2. How many instances are there in the beginning? 0. Now, 2 is there. Running is 2 present. Instances are there? 2. How many key pairs I am created in this session? 1. The key pair name is Linux server. How many security groups I am created in this session? 2. That is Ubuntu SG I am created Linux server, it is created. And one more it is there, that is nothing but the default security group. Now, how many volumes are there in the beginning? 0. Now, 2 volumes are there. One for Linux server, second for Ubuntu server. Second for the Ubuntu server. Total, the 2 volumes are there. Total 2 volumes are there. Now, see that once your practice is over, we have to terminate everything. See that I am selecting this one, then you can go for the instant state. 2 are there. Stop option is, stop instant is there, terminate instant is there. Stop instant is nothing but like shutdowning your laptop. See, if I am selecting stop instant, just like shutdowning my laptop. On the next day, if you want to connect it, it's very simple. It's very simple. Just no need to follow from the first step to the last step. Then it's very simple. Let us assume that, see that we have to select this instant, go for the instant state, start instant is enabled. Start instant is enabled. We can click on here. See, if I do continuously operation like that, it is showing because there is no time, 1 or 2 minutes time also, that's not there. That's why it is showing the red color mark. You can wait for 1 or 2 minutes. 1 or 2 minutes. Then it will be connecting. Then it will be connecting. See friends, I am providing all the steps. Once you register the codes, then you are getting the class material like that. What are the steps? With those steps, we can launch and connect the Linux server. See that all the steps I have to mention it here. See here. You need to select the instant type. You have to click on launch instant, enter the name, choose the Amazon mission image. That's nothing but operating system image, right? You need to select the instant type is t2.micro. All the steps which I have mentioned here. All the steps which I have mentioned it here. See that. Now I can run this instant, select the instant, go for the instant state, start instant is there. Now it is connected. It's taking time, 1 or 2 minutes time. Now what is the instant state? Pending. Once the instant state is running, then you can connect it using putty. If we are stopping the instant, automatically the connections will be closed. Automatically the connections will be closed, right? Now see that. Now we can connect the putty software. We can connect it, the putty software. See how to terminate this mission. Select this mission, instant state, terminate instant. Completely that instant is terminated from Mumbai region data center. First it is shutdowning and then terminated from Mumbai region data center. From Mumbai region data center. How to terminate this one? Select the instant state, terminate instant, click on terminate. Instant is terminated. See, that is today's session. I have to explore how to launch and connect the Linux server. Today is the last demo session. See, I'm taking Sunday is the extra session. Those who are paid, then they got the link. The link will be changing. That is the timing is, I'm taking the time is Sunday especially. That is 8 p.m. 8 p.m. to 9
Tomorrow is holiday.
Yes, tomorrow the festival is there. That's why I'm not taken. Otherwise, tomorrow I can take it back. Okay. 8 to 9 p.m. 8 to 9 p.m. so that I can explore the Linux commands on Monday onwards. 8:30 to 9:30. Some other batch is there. So we can club this one. 8:30 to 9:30. 8:30 to 10:30. 10:30. 2 hours daily I am taking. 2 hours daily I am taking. These are the demonstrations. That's why I am taking 1 hour only. Sunday I am taking 1 hour. Then I have to cover the Linux commands. Monday onwards, this add-on batch and the previous batch I can combine. I can take that session 8:30 to 10:30. Okay. Those who are paid, this is the last demo session. Those who are paid, they got the new link on Sunday. Tomorrow you got the new link.
And what we have default username, is it possible to change that username also?
Which username?
You told now for Amazon Linux we have username Amazon Linux only.
No, no.
EC2 user. Sorry. For Amazon
username
Linux, we have username
is
EC2.
same. Username is same. No need to change. They are not. They are given the default. Amazon Linux, it is not provide that provision. The EC2 hyphen user, that is nothing but for Amazon Linux or the Red Hat Linux. Ubuntu, the username is Ubuntu. They are not given that provision, but in the Azure, that provision is there. Okay.
But if any organization want to change his username according to his application, then
That
what
is,
we have to do?
add the user. We have to add the user. I'll tell you how to add the users.
Okay.
Okay, I'll tell you. Any questions? Any questions? Sunday, I'm
No.
taking, this is the time. Sunday.
Sunday, what you will teach us?
Sunday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. I
No,
can
topic.
cover. Topic is basic Linux commands. Basic Linux commands. Once this is over, from Monday onwards, I can continue the actual concepts. Actual concepts, that is AWS.
Is there any concept in VDI also?
Which one?
AWS?
Which
VDI
one?
concept? VDI?
ETL or EDI?
VDI, Virtual Desktop Index.
No, that service I am not included. That service I am not included. We have to check it on the content, what the topics I have to cover. Okay, at associate level content I have to cover. All the concepts I have to explore with hands-on. Okay.
Okay, and you will teach us theoretical part also, right?
ETL tools I can cover it. Some ETL tools I have to cover.
In this topic only.
ETL.
Yeah. In this
video also will be
I
put
cannot
in the
mention
YouTube,
that
right?
one. I cannot mention that one. Okay.
This video also you put in the YouTube, right? I want to go through all the 3 videos before
Yes.
Monday.
Yes. Already they are uploaded today. Once the class will be over, they are uploaded on the YouTube channel. We can watch the free demo session videos. Okay. Any questions?
no.
You have to contact for regarding the fee and the course details. Already I can mention that. Course details already I can mention that. You can contact. I'll send it in the chat box. The contact numbers. DURGASOFT contact numbers. I'll send it. Okay. You can contact those numbers. Okay. Fine. If no questions are there, then I can end the session.
Sure.
Okay. Sunday I am taking 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Fine. Monday onwards I am taking 8:30 to 10:30. Fine.
And how much time take to complete the course?
To complete the course, 40 to 45 hours. 45 hours. It's taking the days is 20 days, or maximum it is taking the days is 22 days. 20 to 22. That is, it is required. Okay.
So we'll complete till associate level, right?
Yes. Whatever.
After completing the course, we can give it for certification.
That is, DURGASOFT is providing the certification. That is the course.
No, for the AWS certification.
Course completion certification they are given.
Yeah. But if we have to take AWS certification, then we have to give exam, right?
That is we have to apply it on the online. You need to apply it. If you want the certification for the global certification, you go for online, and we have to register and we have to do the exam. Okay, that is where
after completing this course, we are able to give all answer, right, for examination also.
No. I am given the training only. I have to provide what are the questions they are asking. The previously how they are asking the questions and answers I am providing. You have to register that one. For that, the course registration for the global certification foundation level, the cost is 8,000. For associate level, 15,000 plus GST. Now the maybe cost may be varying. You have to register and we have to write the exam. You can schedule that exam on which day you are writing. That's everything we can do it. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Okay. Any questions?
No.
Fine. Thank you. I can end that. Okay, thank you. We'll meet on Sunday.